So let's check out Voyeur for the CDI. This game was released in 1993 I believe and later ported to both the PC and the Mac. It's another early FMV game, but at least it tries to be a little different. But does that make it any good? Well, let's find out. For starters, you better have the manual, since this game features a lockout system to protect our children, of course. Yeah, like they're not smart enough to look up the code in the manual or erase the save data on the CDI to get rid of the code that the parents have set. What a waste of storage space. It's the only thing the game saves too. Yes, you need to finish this game in one go, but don't worry, it'll only take you about 40 to 50 minutes tops to play through it. You just need to hope that it doesn't freeze up and get stuck. These units are starting to get old.
Fraud and MDS does not work.
Can you prove these allegations?
Yeah, I got the evidence right here on my laptop.
What do you intend to do with it?
In the game you assume the role of player, or at least you're in his apartment, and you get to be a true voyeur and spy on a mansion. In this mansion lives a man named Reed Hawk, who has plans to run for president of the US. He has invited his family to discuss the matter and come to a final decision to run or not. Or so he claims. You suspect he is up to no good, and we can't have a foul president in the White House. We all know those have to be totally clean and pure good. The object of the game is to find out who of the family forms the biggest risk to Hawk's campaign, and is thus going to be the person he is going to kill Sunday night. You can do this by gathering clues by peeking into the different rooms of the mansion. When you move the cursor over a window, it can turn into either an eye, meaning that there is a scene playing out, an ear, meaning the shutter is closed so you can only listen in to the scene, or a looking glass, which enables you to inspect the room itself. As you start to look around, you'll soon find out why that parental lock is on there. It's a brutal story of...
Oh, you call that full attention? Let's see if this gets your attention.
What's that? You're not gonna use that. Should I told you not serious? I mean, I don't think it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dangers could be around any corner when...
Come on, bark like a dog. Bark. Howl. Sit. Sit. Very good boy. Now want some real
You'll learn deep hidden secrets about...
Yeah. Just a cop.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
No.
Alright, it's just a cheap soft porn with a lousy story slapped all over it. Seriously, every person in this game is obsessed with sex. It's hard to look for clues since you'll need to dig deep through all the sex toys laying around all over the place. But in all honesty, it's mostly suggestive and you won't see any hardcore action, which you would kind of expect and hope for with the stupid code being there, but oh well. Player's camera is pretty awesome by the way. Not only can it zoom into rooms to get a clear shot and record audio just fine, it can also look on computer screens that are clearly facing the other wall of the room, or flip through pages of a diary. The only big downside though is that its battery life just sucks. Who puts the camera on battery life anyway in his own apartment? Use the power lead. Man, player's such a dumbass. Now you're missing all the juicy stuff, man. Because of the battery, you can only watch the house at certain times and then only for a short period of time. You won't have time to watch everything that plays at that time, so you'll have to make choices. Do you want to watch the kinky stuff? Or look for that evidence? Decisions. Scenes will also play out in real time, so you might get somewhere late and miss something. It's pretty amazing that the loading times are pretty short and that the game can easily jump halfway through a movie sequence. It's also worth noting here that this game does not require a digital video cartridge, and that's pretty awesome. Once you know who Reed is going to kill, you can either do two things. The most humane option is for you to send the tape with the evidence to the person who is going to kill, so they will escape and will go to the press with the tape. However, if you send it to the wrong person, things will get messy.
You came close, huh? Yeah, very close. Compliments of Mr. Hawk.
You can also be a dick and watch the murder take place, after which Reed will tell the press a sob story and that he'll run for president. You can then call the police and show them the murder scene, so Reed will have a big problem. Of course, you can also be an even bigger dick and just let Reed off the hook. Be sure you've got the whole murder scene on tape though, or the cop isn't gonna like it.
This tape doesn't prove anything. I should haul you in, you pervert. I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Hawk presses charges.
Whatever, man, look what I just showed him. Yeah, I'm sure he was just giving her a good night hug there. What tough luck that she just happened to have a heart attack after he left. Thanks a lot, Sherlock. Now you might be thinking that it's pretty easy to finish this once you know the story. Well, the game comes prepared for that. It has a bit of randomness in it and has 4 possible plots to take. Now the overall story will remain the same, along with most of the scenes. But certain things will be different, so that 1 of 4 different persons will eventually be on Reed's hit list. This keeps the replayability up a bit, but as it's still mostly the same, it's kind of a chore to go through the game each time. It just doesn't change it up enough. Also, as you snoop around, it will always remain pretty hard to find out who's the main threat this time. Why? Well, because they all are by default. Seriously, this family makes the mafia look good. They have everything. Drugs dealings, incest, criminal connections, blackmail, company takeovers, child abuse, the list just goes on and on. Even if you wouldn't find out who's going to bite the dust, you'd still have enough material to give Mr. President a lot of trouble with. Seriously, that guy could swim in filthy scandals.
Do you know, I laid awake in bed every night after the first time you came to my room. Scared. Not knowing. Listening to every sound. Just waiting for that door to creak open. Your breath on my cheek. The weight of your body pushing me down. No wonder they threw me out of school. It was the only place I could get any sleep. Was it good for you, Reed? Fucking your own niece?
You little slut. Don't play victim with me.
By the way, there is a sure way to always find out who's going to get killed, but I'm not telling. That would make it too easy for those who actually want to try it out themselves sometimes. And is it worth trying out? Well, the game can really be confusing at first, as it has a lot of people and you need to memorize who's who. The acting isn't the worst, but that doesn't make it good either, although Reed is played pretty well. It is better than most FMV games and does manage to be somewhat unique, but I still can't really give this a golden third. Some scenes will make you really chuckle though.
That's it. I'm in.
Dude, it's called the internet. I know it was new back then, but come on, show some control. The strange way this game works makes it rather hard to really categorize this game. I guess it's mostly comparable with Night Trap, and that game is a lot more corny and just overall worse in my opinion. Speaking of that game, it came out around at the same time. Funny how they chose that game over this one as an example of how bad video games really are for us. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure they could have built a much stronger case with the suggestive themes in Voyeur. I guess they were just too stupid to crack that code. Anyway, with that I'd like to close this review. Thank you all very much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, take care.